Hi, everyone. It's been so wonderful to be here again. I've been coming here since the beginning, 8 years. Every time I come, I feel like I take a little fresh bit of inspiration with me. Um, I was previously 20 years in the TV industry as a set designer, and all of my friends, and which is why I'd love to help you, have made their way up, and my sister is actually third from the top of the BBC, so she's also commissioning, a lot of documentaries and stuff, so definitely you're in the right room today, for sure. My career and my life took me to a point where I was in a very abusive marriage, not physically abusive, but mentally abusive. I now boldly say that I left a narcissist to find my strength and my power. And in doing so, I had to leave the industry that I loved, which is the TV industry. But in the process of doing that, what I worked out was that there was a way that I was living that was keeping me small. And so in my insomniac state, at the age of, how old was I? It's about 10 years ago now, 42. I discovered who I needed to be, what the world needed me to be. And that was a coach. That was a coach that was going to break all... It's okay. Coffee's very important in my world. It's okay. I don't mind being interrupted. It was to be a coach that was going to break all the rules. Actually, I was a coach who was very interested in well-being, who was very interested in finding my individual way of working out the highest version of myself. And I did that in an insomniac state originally because my son didn't sleep. I was awake and most nights for 4 years. And towards the end of that 4 years, when I was pretty much breaking apart, I decided to stop listening for noises in the night, which is what I used to do, and actually go onto Google and discover what it is that I wanted to do with my life. Look at why I was not sleeping, why was I feeling so low, why I was probably depressed, why my hair was falling out, why my skin was in such a mess. How could I lift myself out of this? And to be honest, Google was my first point of learning. Don't recommend it. But it was from Google that I realized how to look after myself, how to sort of wake myself up. And what I did was I picked and chose the bits that I wanted to. And that is essentially how I put my business together. I healed myself through Google, but then I went and got qualified. I've done 30 courses, 7 of which are qualifications. I'm a coach to leaders around the world. And essentially, that is what I do. And that is what I do now. I'm also a director of a company. I've executive produced a documentary about one of my clients who's a billionairess who has set up a company who is doing a massive production about misinformation, which is selling tickets now. And it launches on June the 15th in London. So if you're interested in that, please come and give me a shout. But my world now is coaching people who are kind of stuck. I always talk about people being trapped inside themselves. There's a higher version of you. I've taken what I've learned. I've kind of made it a little bit shorter, a little bit smaller. And most things that I ask people to do are less than 5 minutes. But I help you to reveal yourself to yourself. That is what I do. So if anybody's interested in really finding out the how to get to the place where these two are, then that is, come and see me.